I don't mean to go on about my personal appearance. I don't mean to, make it a big deal or something that should be talked about, incessantly. Um, but I'm well on my way to getting a handlebar mustache. My whiskers or whatever you call them, metaphorically speaking, they're getting pretty long. So pretty soon I'll be sporting a gelled up beard and a gelled up mustache. Anyway, so today's a bit of a weird day because I didn't plan to have an ism to talk about. In fact, I didn't think I was going to make a video today, but now I'm doing one. So last night, things. I guess you're owed an explanation whether you get one or not. But the explanation is basically, I don't know. I was kind of taken away with, a lecture I went to a week ago and a lecture I went to last night. So both those lectures kind of impacted me. I guess for one reason, if only one reason, for the fact that I felt like I was in school again, like I was in university again, and just having to sit through a lecture. And this time, the funny thing is, and I'm not old enough to say this, but youth is wasted on the young. At least that's my life. So, but I really enjoyed sitting through those lectures. The first one was Roberta Bondar, who was the first Canadian female astronaut in space, and the second one was Robert Thirsk, who sort of he's kind of related to Roberta Bondar in the fact that obviously they studied in practicality they were along similar roads when it came to space travel. They both talked at length about basically the effects of space travel on the human body. I think Robert Thirsk was a little bit more scientifically oriented, whereas Roberta Bondar had an array of sort of experiences to kind of discuss. Her photography was, a bit not completely related, but gave us a better idea of her other causes in life, and that type of thing. In fact, she even took time off from her duties as an astronaut and a science educator to basically do some photography, which is a good marrying of art and science, or at least she made a good argument for that marriage. Other than that, other than the details which I can't remember on cue, they were both both those lectures were very inspirational and kind of pointed to some very interesting scientific studies, especially when it comes to humans in space or human travel to Mars or the moon or wherever we're going to end up next as humans. So I really wasn't planning to have a video today, and the thing is, it's not that all my videos are great, but I'm just saying this one is less great. But here goes. The ism today is statism. Okay, so statism is basically where government has control over economic and social policy. Obviously, it's very restrictive, although I imagine if you did live in a society like that, the government would not make it especially constricted in terms of personal freedoms. There might be personal freedoms that you don't have, etc., but I don't think it would be to the point where you would be dying unless it's a very totalitarian state, where where people are kind of restricted in their daily sort of goings on. But it doesn't necessarily mean that it doesn't necessarily mean that there is extremely tight control. Although I have a feeling that it does work out that way if you don't obey. But other than that, that's what statism is. In terms of it's a little bit relevant to the video I did last night with that I recorded last night with Andrew when it comes to Bernie Sanders. I'm not saying he's a totalitarian or a communist or anything like that, but he does talk about having the economy or private enterprise or Wall Street anyway sort of more regulated anyway. So there's nothing exists in absolutes. There's always scales and spectrums of where you can lie and where you can find yourself in the political spectrum. I myself am still trying to figure out exactly where I am. But I mean, you do have choices. The government does give you choices, or the state gives you choices when it comes to election day and voting and et cetera, et cetera. So, so that works on that level. Anyway, sorry for this video because I'm a little bit more scattered than usual. So, if you see this video, enjoy it, and if you don't see the video, enjoy it either way. That's all. Bye.